season. And here in day one, rolling into day two, see if who goes home and who stays alive.
Well, we're going to kick ourselves off here. Freaky putting the ball down to the other side of the field. It's going to be very interesting to see how both these teams do perform here. Freaky, the most experienced player across either team in these positions, but his LAN record is not all that phenomenal. Currently sitting very poorly at, I think, 1-5 across all of his series. He's going to want to improve that right here, right now.
And he's coming off one of the best seasons he's had. He was in the running as an MVP candidate. And for Veloce, they've been happy to have him throughout the season. And you're absolutely right. He needs to play well here today to stay alive for Veloce.
Be bouncing all around eUnited's defensive end, but started clear, and Flames also missed. It's going to give an opportunity for eUnited to try and turn the tables, push themselves forward a little bit more. Although both teams right now almost seem just a little bit scared to try and take the ball into their own control. A lot of nerves currently on the DFH Stadium.
I think on the eUnited side, it's a team that definitely needs to check the temperature as they get into a series. They have to figure out what is the opposition bringing to them. And they take a second to really figure out what they're doing.
Freaky. He's going to take his time here. Wants to try and get the ball past RLCS, but it's going to bounce down beautifully for the half volley. Hoxer powering the ball downfield. And of course, Veloce to try and go coast to coast once again. Ajax unchallenged for the time being. Off the backboard. Huge miss from Cassio. Forces Freaky to move in. Couple of whiffs from either side. Still easing into the series, 90 seconds gone. Huge bump off Flame as well, but they come the passing option. Part of this yesterday, just how quickly Veloce can transition from one end of the field to the other. But when you do remember, when you do remove a player like Flame from the field, it becomes that much more difficult. But you saw Cassio just loitering around. He will come back at the last possible moment. He has got so much trust in his teammates to not mess up defensively.
We're really looking to see Cassio get going here. Veloce scored 6 goals in 4 games, and Cassio was only a part of 1. He got an assist in the very first goal in game 1.
Oh, that's going to be Freaky's opportunity! Turns it straight down the middle!
And that's exactly what Veloce needs to start off here. They felt a little bit of the pressure from eUnited. Cassio gets one off the side, or actually off the back wall. Freaky there to finish it. Veloce on the board first.
Just seemed like eUnited broke a little bit too soon. Thought they were going to be able to try and transition out of their defensive side of the field, move players out of the net, and Veloce quickly reminded them, you're not gone just yet.
And as soon as I mentioned it, Cassio gets involved on the assists. And for Veloce, a good start here at the halfway point.
Attempted flick from RLCS. Veloce on the board. eUnited would like to get their tally going soon. Flame plenty of time. Preferred the half volley, but I think he had to try and avoid the respawning player for his team. That could be very annoying considering that's almost a 50-50 about even have to see it. But for right now, eUnited are attacking this backboard an awful lot, and so far, it's not available. Veloce covering it well.
It's something that we saw from Veloce when they control the midfield, when they took on Low-Key. It's very tough for teams to break through. The Low-Key took a whole series to figure it out. And for eUnited, they've been stopped at every front from Veloce.
This time, RLCS is going to go to the solo play. He's got a chance. Couldn't quite sneak the ball through. But it's good to see eUnited trying something different. Now ceiling shot from Ajax. Saved by Freaky, who is having a great game 1 for himself. Now Freaky puts the ball forward. Ajax catches it well, but you would have wanted more angle on that one. RLCS was an option. Didn't end up taking him, and it means Veloce puts the ball back into the orange side of the field. eUnited try again. Hoxer. So try and find a way past Flame, but Veloce very, very deep with their positioning. They have to find a different way through. It almost seems like they need to bait Veloce forward a bit more.
And Veloce, now they're struggling on the midfield line, but this one's actually almost going to go in. RLCS, good job to pick this one up, but eUnited really looking to break down the defense of Veloce, but every single time it takes one man to slow up the attack from eUnited.
That's a lot of players committed as well for eUnited. Need to start getting some people back. With 1 minute on the clock, eUnited are going to start taking more and more risks. Cassio to the corner, nobody there to pass to. eUnited can keep the pressure going. RLCS would love another touch, but he simply couldn't find the recovery to help him do it. And Freaky gets a boomer clear downfield. eUnited, that one's going to hurt. It's the wall one more time. Flame wins a challenge. Freaky also unchallenged off the backboard. RLCS is uncomfortable with this. Infield pass, no, not taken by Freaky. Hoxer punches it to Flame, but half that time gone now. eUnited still looking for their chance. Huge bump plays. There it is! And scored!
And they do it down the field. The counterattack coming through in the demo, disrupting the defense from Veloce. Ajax puts it off the back wall, and who else but Roldiz, the third man, to come through for eUnited.
Hoxer removes everybody from the back line, and it just took one mistake from Flame. He couldn't get the ball under his control, and eUnited are back in this. It's going to be bounced off the back. In the regular season, Veloce only lost one game that they took the first goal in. Is it about to happen to them again? They won 16 of those. But we might be about to head to overtime. It's looking likely here. Freaky tries to play the ball long. Has he got any options down here? No, it's not. And eUnited will happily see that once the ground.
Well, and up until that goal that eUnited scored, their defense was very slow. Veloce really started to speed up on the offensive front. See if eUnited can hang tight here off the kickoff.
Roldiz for Hoxer. It's going to be a little bit of an awkward angle for Hoxer to deal with. A lot of boost used to try and recover. That's going to leave him on nothing. Cassio moves forward. It's actually powered straight into Freaky. Roldiz passes to Hoxer one more time. Finds an awkward bounce off the corner. And Flame, despite a mistake earlier on, looks a little bit more comfortable this time. Infield, but only as far as Hoxer. 30 seconds into this overtime. Again, eUnited looking for the corners. Maybe they see a weakness in Veloce. There's a little bit of a tide turning here. Veloce now the team that are just blasting the balls downfield, hoping for a mistake from eUnited.
And eUnited's clears are just not good right now. That's a weak one. With low boost, it's tough to gain that power. They're really forced to throw it to their corners. And Veloce, it's the same thing they did to Low Key in the middle of their series, just locking them in and not letting this ball out towards the midfield.
Midfield shot from Flame. Causes a double commit. Freaky to win it. It's going to be saved one more time, but Veloce looking to put the pressure on. We know how they play. One mistake from eUnited will cause their doom. Hoxer, he's got Freaky right in front of him, and he does not lose that contest. Looks to continue. He's got two players out, but just himself. That is huge for eUnited.
And the defense for eUnited, though, getting very dicey here. An opportunity now for Flame, trying to find it off the back wall, can't do so.
That second touch really did not help the play at all. Took it further away from the net. Gone from a nervy game one to an even nervier game one. Cassio. Oh, that's an awkward touch. Ajax able to follow it. Flame leaves it for Freaky. Plays off the corner. In versus Roldiz, but Roldiz goes long, and it's again Flame. And after earlier on, every single time you see him in the back line, you just have that little question. Although those infield passes from eUnited need to be a little bit more surefire as well. Freaky very close to a devastating interception.
Well, we're not really seeing a lot of infield passes either. eUnited is really just resorting to throwing the ball down the field and seeing what Veloce does with it. And sometimes Veloce doesn't get the touch and eUnited can jump on it. But that midfield is really no man's land right now when eUnited throws it downfield.
Game one currently wide open, and it's a game that if either team lose it, they'll be thinking about what else they could have done. Off the backboard, Roldiz, double taps, sets up for Hoxer!
Exactly what eUnited needed. The second touch off the back wall, the follow-up from Hoxer, and Roldiz the man to do it. What a game from eUnited as they hang tight over Veloce.
And that game seemed to settle into the overtime trap of just both teams trying to play pretty much as safe as possible. And it was eUnited were the first team to take the risk. If they didn't get something going there, they were going to limit themselves to a 2v1, maybe even a 2v2, but you don't really want to do that. You don't want to try and remove players just for the sake of removing players, but they get the play to come off. They take the risk, and they get the goal they needed.
And I was getting very worried for eUnited in this game. I mentioned it just a minute ago. The defense was getting stretched out. We saw a triple commit come out from eUnited, and Veloce just couldn't capitalize. I felt like Veloce had the better hand here in this game, but they just couldn't close it out. You take a look at the shots, you got 9 in favor of Veloce, 9 chances to take the lead here, and just couldn't do it.
Veloce, their main opportunities really came towards the beginning of the game. They didn't get much created after that. Both teams very much happy to just boom the ball long, and it'll be very curious to see which teams start to settle down, which teams start to create their own plays more, rather than simply relying on missed touches on the defense.
And for me, that's Veloce. That's the first team I think of that will do this in this game, is bringing that ball down, finding those passing plays. Freaky has really been a catalyst from the transition from defense to offense for Veloce, and they can absolutely break down eUnited because eUnited's giving them the midfield right now, and Veloce just seemed to be happy with throwing it back into eUnited's corner.
For me right now, we saw it once, and we didn't see another one. Infield passes. Not a single, but we saw one, and it was it was a thing. There wasn't really too many. Yeah, there was an attempt there. It was almost cut out entirely by Freaky. It's going to need both teams to be just that little bit more clinical on the offensive side of the field. So we do move into game number 2. Flame starting us off over in the corner. He's going to put a backboard. That's going to drop down awkwardly as well. Roldiz, the timid clear. There's not really too much you can do from those positions, especially when it does roll down from the arc. Now Flame again, making that wall ceiling his own at the moment. I'm very curious to see where Cassio's positioning evolves throughout this series. He did seem like he was behind the ball more than in front of it in our previous game.
I just want to see him get involved more. We said it in the previous game, low-key, not so much. He was in the first goal here for Veloce. Didn't really see much out of him after that. There were some attempts in the midfield to get him involved, but for Veloce, I feel like Cassio is a very key player in making things happen.
He's going to bounce out awkwardly. Ajax tries to go for glory. Couldn't quite find the top corner. Well, right now, Veloce might have their own issues. Are we happy for the half volley for Freaky? Can power that to the top corner. Give his team a bit of space to reboost and reposition. Now Roldiz and Hoxer have got Flame and Freaky in their crosshairs, and Freaky's touch is open for another one. 4 boost on him, and he does get bumped on his way down, but he still makes contact. Roldiz took out 2, but it doesn't end up mattering too much apart from a boost drop for Veloce.
And look at the space provided now for eUnited. Ajax tried to go under. Nicely read, though. And Hoxer trying to make something happen across the box. And Ajax puts it away for eUnited. And a 1-0 lead opens up.
And once again, eUnited are the team that try and go for the solo plays. The team that try to control the ball. And they get yet another reward for it. Veloce just not ready for when this game slows down.
And I think it does come off those double demos. Veloce really had to get back in rotation there in front of their own net and opened up just enough of a gap for eUnited to take a second, bring that ball down, and force the issue.
Gonna go off the back, Freaky. That was another clear, but somebody to the midfield, you don't want to be giving those up. Especially with Veloce having to spend a lot of time on their own backboards. Freaky wants another challenge, can't quite get there, but now Flame might have some passing options. He's going to go for it. Freaky to the net, can't quite get there, but a chance for Veloce to pounce, dropping it down one more time. They've hit the left side, they hit the right side, but they could not find the net.
There's no excuse. Veloce have to put that one away. They had eUnited on the ropes, and now opportunity for eUnited on the left side saved away.
And a nervy double commit as well from Veloce. That's more boost gone. Hoxer with a bump, and Cassio has to scramble his way back. eUnited are growing in confidence.
Dangerous.
They might be able to grow in lead if they can find one more shot. But Veloce keeping themselves alive.
Every time I see Ajax go up for a double tap, it reminds me of the way he played against Vitality and DreamHack Dallas. There's a triple commit coming out from eUnited. Their defense still holding on for now.
Off the corner one more time. Flame can't quite win the challenge in a way that will give a follow-up player a shot. And for Veloce, this is where the frustration starts to settle in. Flame, he's not quite got it. He got faked out, and Cassio will clear. But eUnited settling down more and more. Cassio to the midfield. Down to Hoxer, who's got plenty of time, tries to lay it off. Ajax to the corner. Rold is already up. eUnited first to every single ball. At least they were until Ajax was wiped off the map. Now Freaky long again. I feel like that's a sentence I'm almost repeating too often here. That's not how Veloce are going to deal with this pressure. It's not how they're going to get a goal that they need. It's off the backboard. Cassio's got bumped. No one from eUnited really believed in it. And Flame will take the ball away. 80 seconds left on the clock. But a long ball Route 1 offense from Veloce hasn't yielded results.
It just feels rushed from Veloce. I don't know if they're nervous or they just maybe feeling pressure from eUnited with some of the speed on the front end. But right now, Veloce do not look organized moving down the field, and they're happy with just throwing it into the corners.
They're a team that works so well whilst they're up. But almost on contrast, they barely ever win games when they lose the first goal. I believe on the stat line I had, it was almost never actually during league play. That first goal so critical for Veloce. And they ended up dropping it here. They've now got 40 seconds to turn their fortunes around. That's another long clear. eUnited just burning time off the clock.
It's so tough to bring great league play performances on the World Championship stage, and right now Veloce struggling to keep up with the United.
Chance, Flame to Cassio again, just needed to be faster. Can't give time for the defense to try and intercept. Dropping down one more time, should be followed by eUnited yet again. 13 seconds on the clock. Drops down, Cassio tries to control. Might be the opportunity they need, went straight forward, but follow-up challenge, not great from Hoxer. Might offer an opportunity, sets off the backboard. Good touch though, puts it into space, and now Veloce have got all the work to do, and they will not be able to do it. A reverse sweep required.
And it just takes one goal from eUnited to take down Veloce in game 2. And a lot of offense, or a lot of shots generated by Veloce, but in the end, you think back to early on, a couple of missed chances above the crossbar, to the left of the post, saves by eUnited coming out. Veloce just couldn't convert.
But Veloce have proven that in the high-pressure situations, they have been able to bounce back this season. They almost completed a best-of-7 reverse sweep in the regionals. Now, they've got to try and complete the reverse sweep. They want to try and get past eUnited.
We said it a couple times. Notoriously, NA4 seeds not so well, or have not done so well in the World Championship stage. The last 2 seasons have really been good for them, but for Veloce, very poor start to this series. eUnited, it looks a little dicey at times, kind of flying by the seat of their pants a few times, but I mean, 2-0 lead, it speaks volumes about what's happening in these games.
And for Cassio and Freaky, those are the guys that have been at this stage before. Cassio, a part of the Cinderella story last season, taking Triple Trouble into day 3. But for Freaky, this has got to look like almost more of the same for him, and he's going to have to try and make sure that that mentality doesn't hit. He's got to take this in a fresh mindset.
In eUnited, you talk about the mindset, the experience on the Veloce side. eUnited, I mean, these guys are all new to this type of stage. And so far in this series, a 2-0 lead, they got to be feeling comfortable.
eUnited to this point are laughing in the face of everybody that predicted that they would come 8th in North America. A win here would guarantee them at least top 10, a chance to break in to top 6. It's going to be bouncing off the backboard. And it's open for the longest time. Hoxer gets there. But for Veloce, this was their chance, and they eventually take it.
Starting off on the right foot for Veloce, breaking down the defense of eUnited, making them spread out. You see that double commit opens up the space for Flame to come through. That pressure for Veloce pays off in the first 30 seconds.
And I respect that from Freaky as well. Get well out of the way. Yeah. Taking absolutely no risks.
No chances here.
But it's a great start for Veloce. Now they're going to try and want to get the second. But they've taken a lead previously in this series, and it didn't work out for them. Freaky just dropping it. It's a slow ball. And the thing is about slow balls, when they do bounce up quite high, is it can be very difficult to play with, and I don't quite know what just happened to eUnited's defense.
The defense just not there. The clear gets blocked, and it comes out to Cassio. Gives a great pass off the corner. And eUnited nowhere to be found.
Either way, Veloce taking the 2-goal lead. It wasn't exactly in spectacular style, but they will not care at this point. eUnited do not want to take their foot off the gas. Into the midfield. Cassio this time was the option. Very interested to see him already downfield. Roldiz looking for the solo play. He's quite central. Very difficult to get solo plays going once you're facing directly at the net. Only real option there, try and force a challenge.
Well, he was already committed on the left side of the ball. It's tough to cut back and fool your opponent. For eUnited, they got work to do here after the first minute.
Drop down, half volley. Flame can get that into the midfield and follow his own touch. Just going to set up, trying to steal boost. Freaky coming into the picture a little bit late. Roldiz, that's not a comfortable touch. That's a lot of boost used to do nothing for your team. eUnited looking, well, not quite like themselves. Not like the eUnited from game 1 and 2. Now it's a midfield again, very slow on both teams for that ball. Hoxer gets it just about past Flame. Both players missing again. Now it's Cassio trying to add some consistency to the field. Off the backboard, missed. Maybe Ajax did call for it. eUnited have seen 2 minutes burn. Haven't got anything for it just yet, not even a chance on net.
Spending a lot of time here on the United side, and credit to Veloce. This is the type of game that they want, where they control the pace, they control the midfield. and it forces everything from eUnited to break out. Full boost used there from Roldiz, but it's going to go in for Ajax on the dunk.
Ajax comes to a phenomenal challenge. Just a goal out of nowhere, really. Freaky couldn't quite play in the corner. And yeah, just straight down the middle, a 1v1 player's dream.
You'll take it for eUnited and get back into this game just above halftime here. And after I just complimented how well Veloce is playing in Game 3, they give up one.
It's been a very scrappy Game 3 from both teams. Flame to the middle. Freaky's actually got dumped. Cassio will be by himself, but he'll be happy to see that nobody around him. Hoxer with a free jump. Ambitious,
sure about that one.
but not quite there. This one, however, might work out. Another good challenge for Rolled is eUnited starts winning more and more of these. Cassio looking for the backboard. Again cleared. Very interesting how backboards have sort of developed over these last few seasons. They were all the rage back in Season 3, but nowadays it seems like if you just power up the backboard and someone's there, you're giving up clear.
Yeah, really giving up possession at that point. Not the most optimal touch. A lot of times if you're going to go up there, you want to hit the edge. So it comes back down to you. It's tough for a defender to read, especially when they're on the goal line.
Speaking of hard to read, Hoxer getting tricky up in the air. A lot of was used over eUnited. Need to try and defend now. Cassio, hello. He just fakes, he just bumps, and Freaky's going to get himself a goal.
How does this go in for Veloce? Freaky just throws it downfield. This should be an easy touch for eUnited. Sure, Cassio's oncoming, but everyone thought he was going to hit the ball. He drives right on by, and eUnited give up a weak one, a 3-1 lead now for Veloce.
Just as they were starting to get back into it as well. They were starting to win more challenges, starting to look more comfortable. It's just taken away from them, a minute and a half on the clock. Veloce just need to hold on to this 2-goal lead to give them hope in this series. Roldiz, straight back down. That's directly into a Veloce player. Flame goes for net. Get the feeling that Freaky was a better option. He was in the midfield. Veloce, they will not care right now. Just hold on to that 2-goal lead. Roldiz. It's middle for Hoxer. One more opportunity. Roldiz couldn't quite get the challenge, and eUnited, they are trying these passing plays, but need it to be more snappy. Need to be more direct.
More snappy, more direct, and can't commit so many numbers upfield as well. All three committed on that passing play when only 2 were involved, leaving their backfield wide open.
Opened up. Ajax not going to get much power on that ball, but Veloce all rotating back still. Flame gets a crucial touch just to slightly off-put Roldiz. Time ticking away. eUnited struggling to create right now. Off the backboard, Roldiz straight down. His passing plays to try and transition on, getting better and better for eUnited. Might be a good sign for them in future games, because at this rate, they're going to need more games to take this series. Roldiz over the top. Game 3 simply not going their way. Straight from the off. Right into the middle. Ajax tries for another block shot. Veloce happy to wait till the last possible moment. It's an awkward bounce, but it's an awkward bounce that's going to burn more time. And for Veloce, they get their first game of the series. We're going to need Game 4 at least.
And a much better game here from Veloce, controlling a lot more of that midfield and making it tough for eUnited to break out. That's the type of game that Veloce has played all season long. Force your opponent into tough positions and wait for the mistakes, and they surely came here against eUnited.
It was a very scrappy game, though, Corelli. And my question to you now is, what caused this? Can you even hazard a guess?
Yeah, no, I think it's similar to what I just said was for Veloce, that control of the midfield and forcing the mistakes and then jumping on them. That's what Veloce is known for. I mean, that's what we said all season long is Veloce waits for those mistakes to come through and they jump on it. There was a bit of a miscue there on that goal, and I think this one's it as it bounces across. Oh no, this was the second goal here as it comes down the block on the clear. That would have easily been cleared by eUnited, but that block comes down. Cassio puts it off the corner. Flame there. He's been a great shooter for Veloce in clutch moments and a good shot to put it away.
I think the way I've described Veloce almost all season is that the more goals they're up, the worse they make you look, because they make you take more risks. And they're usually very good at spotting those risks and getting there before you, forcing you to commit more numbers. They start making you look a little bit more scrappy, and they just pick off goals. They just, you know, slowly chip you away.
They're a very safe team in Veloce. They don't take a lot of risks, and when they do, it's when they're really forcing the issue, maybe in the last few seconds when they're down by 1 or maybe overtime. But like you said, when they're in the lead, they feel very comfortable, and they're a very safe team. You don't see a lot of mistakes come out from them.
So we're going to be heading over to game 4 in just a moment as Veloce look to try and complete a reverse sweep. They've got to get this one. They've got to get one more after that. But Freaky, trying to show some mechanics, couldn't quite nail the flip reset. eUnited will see that one away. Now going to be putting on net. Just a little bit of a showing there from the offense. Potentially trying to drop that one straight down. Hoxer, immediate shot again. Veloce forced into quite a few saves here, but mostly shots straight down the middle. Easy enough to defend. Flame would have wanted a better touch than that. Immediately giving the ball over to Hoxer in the midfield. Just another one. Blasted for the sake of blasting it. You get the feeling eUnited should have done more with this time.
And a little bit of a quiet game in game 3 for Ajax and Hoxer. We saw a lot of times Roldiz bring that ball down and forcing the issue on the dribble, but didn't see much from Hoxer or Ajax. Veloce definitely taking advantage.
Well, during a very nervy overtime, it was eUnited that finally snapped out of it and started playing the ball a little bit more. I think that maybe they're just a little bit nervy now and they need that moment again where they snap out of it and start to play the ball a little bit more. Cassio just plays the ball long. And Flame very aggressively up. Only as far as Ajax, but Veloce starting to show their fangs a little bit. Flame continues to control. Forces the move out of Ajax, and he missed there. Was going to be the double tap. Now RLCS individual control. We've gone from a series where everyone's just trying to blast the ball long to almost air dribble challenge mode as that one bounces off the post.
Veloce would be happy to see that one go, but now eUnited getting their offense ramped up here. They got Veloce spread, but these shots just going wide, but a second touch from Hoxer gives eUnited the lead.
And what an angle this was to get it. eUnited have been pressing all game. You just got the feeling that a chance was coming eventually. And they get exactly that. Great shot from Hoxer.
And I spoke to eUnited before going into this series. They said they were confident. RLCS, he looked me right in the eye and said, I'm confident going into this. And they absolutely have been, and a shot like that will give you confidence in game 4.
Oh, that's not great. Those sort of touches are usually designed for a pass. Nobody there for Veloce. Gonna be dropped down, double tap, almost in. eUnited taking game 4 by the scruff of the neck. And Veloce, they've got to wake up quick.
Yeah, they really got to start intercepting these individual plays coming out from eUnited. Airspace above the box has to be contested. Hoxer cannot be allowed to do what he wants.
Dropped up to the air one more time. Cassio seems like he was called off. Flame takes a lot of time as well. Veloce, you've accidentally popped this up their own opponents. All over the place at the moment. RLCS, plenty of time. Just doesn't have the first touch to set himself up for the double tap. It would have been a tough angle anyway. First opportunity now, Cassio for the backboard. It's almost an own goal. RLCS be happy to see that one bounce away.
200 IQ play, rather. Or save, excuse me, from RLCS. They'll take it. Veloce, though, starting to clamp down on this eUnited defense.
Well, that's going to drop down dangerously as well. Freaky's got a bump. Where's the support for Veloce? It's continuously coming in too slowly.
And so close for Veloce, 2 shots. It was free for them if they could just find the angle, and eUnited get away with it here.
Veloce, a team that have built their entire season on support. They've got to trust each other when they get that ball downfield because they're not going to get that many opportunities.
That's the mistake from eUnited, and Veloce just couldn't jump on it.
Over to the corner, Freaky, looks like he's leaving it. Flame comes in, it's going to be bouncing off loose, but look at Veloce, look at how long this is taking. Cassio, good challenge from him, he's got an opportunity, and eUnited can't prevent Cassio!
He's done it for Veloce here with 1 minute and 21 seconds left. Dunks in front of the sideline here and follows it up. eUnited just couldn't get back in time, and for Veloce, a great response late in game 4.
What a great recovery from Cassio as well. He was coming in so late, but he reads the clear, gets the perfect bounce, and Veloce are back in this game. Ajax with a drop down for RLCS. Looks like Flame's going to be up. He's got to try and find somebody. He's got Freaky to pass to. Now Cassio in the midfield again. That's looking a little bit more like a typical Veloce play. Drop to the middle. Again off the backboard. Freaky ends up leaving it. I quite believe that eUnited can create something from the corner. Now back into open play. Ajax with the backboard again. Waiting for the one mistake. Got the demo as well, but those look like Freaky would have had them covered.
Very dangerous there from eUnited.
Whoa!
This one's going to pitch in for Cassio. Veloce take the lead.
2 goals out of nowhere. Freaky looks at it. Cassio comes to give him support, and it's a bump from eUnited that gives up the pinch. Rocket League can be such a cruel game.
And for Veloce, smiles all around on match point here in the go-ahead goal with less than a minute left.
That's a huge drop down as well. There could be number 3. There is number 3.
Veloce keep the ball rolling. A 2-goal lead now for them, and game 4 so crucial off this post. The save was there from Roldiz, but he didn't expect it to go off the post. He thought it was going in. The follow-up, and Veloce a commanding lead now with 37 seconds.
Not much time left now. We spoke earlier on Veloce have been this close so many times to reverse sweeps this season. Can they pull it off this time around? Roldiz and the rest of eUnited, though, they've got to go on the hunt. Clear from Hoxer, but there's nobody around to support. He's got to try and take it himself. He's got past one player. Hoxer now has Ajax in the midfield. And that's a pass over to a Veloce.
Time's running out.
Yeah, that is all of the time pretty much gone now for eUnited. And it was a game that just blink and you miss it. And it was out of eUnited's hands. Freaky gets himself on the board.
And what a game from Veloce. They stuck it out here when eUnited was playing very strong in the beginning. But a couple of key plays from Cassio keeps them in it, and they stay alive, and they force a game 5 here.
For eUnited, I'm going to come to you here, Corelli. What's changed?
What's changed? It's a great question, Shogun, because for eUnited, there was a lot of opportunity here. But I think that for Veloce, even though they missed a lot of opportunity, you go back to the beginning of the game where there just was a lot of shots that they just couldn't put on target. They were able to close out the opportunities they got at the end of the game. And for eUnited, it just felt like the defense fell apart a little bit. They got spread out too far, and Veloce there to take advantage.
And you can see Freaky, he's up for this right now. This is his chance in this next game to rewrite his own history. We take a look at that. Cassio, he'll be happy to get that one.
Yeah, why not? It's such a crucial goal, too. The go-ahead goal. And for Freaky, he was just trying to get a touch on the ball there. He gets bumped into it off of Cassio's touch. And like I said, when they scored, smiles all around. You can't be angry when it favors you like that. And for Veloce, a game 5 against eUnited, and it feels good to win that game 4 going into game 5 because you have a lot more confidence. And for eUnited, they need to respond back here.
And for both of these teams, they're going to look at their seasons and just say, wow, we performed incredibly well. We took everybody by surprise. But right now, in this very moment, you don't care about any of that. You want to move on to the next stage. You want your chance to be crowned Rocket League World Champion. But the 5 minutes that are up next are the only ones that matter.
Regardless of your season, you want to go as far as you possibly can. And it's a great story for either of these teams, whoever moves on. But it's one more game, Shogun. One more time to put 5 minutes on the clock to see who moves on in the World Championship.
Here we go, Champions Field. And it's going to be an absolutely massive game we've got up next. Off the backboard immediately, Flame tries to trap it. He's off this wall as well. We can keep going here. Flame, we haven't really seen too much of him throughout this series, but what a chance to really make your impact. But that's going to be awkward. That's going to be it.
And what a start for eUnited in the first 19 seconds. Hoxer gets the touch off the back wall. Ajax lurking in a big miss there from Veloce on the first attempt. Not able to make contact on the clear. And what a start for eUnited.
Yeah, the missed clear completely threw Cassio off. Tried to recover by putting himself up on the backboard. Simply couldn't do so. Good news for Veloce, it's very early on. Now Cassio can't quite win the challenge against Hoxer, who just had his eyes set on the ball. Goes to the wall again. Flame takes his time. He realizes that he's not getting challenged, and almost thankfully, considering he's on absolutely no boost. eUnited have realized that. Be able to take the ball away clean, and wow, what a great play from Ajax. 2 players out, and he set up Hoxer. This could be an opportunity. Everybody on Veloce trying to get back. And now we go to the other side of the field. Flame couldn't feather the boost enough.
He had 6 boosts as he caught up to the ball there. Just not enough with a follow-up there from Cassio. Can't hit it. Flame, maybe another chance here for Veloce. Freaky's lurking. He puts it away for Veloce.
What is this series? 2 teams that you would never expect to be here are putting on a show.
And what a show it's been, Shogun. Game in and game out. We find ourselves in game 5. 2 beautiful goals from these teams. Veloce able to respond back in the first minute.
It's not been pretty. It's not been flash. It's been punch you in the mouth of Rocket League from both of these teams. And Veloce have got themselves back, and they got themselves back quickly. It means that they can reset entirely mentally. Now Flame looks for the infield pass. Nobody there! It's in!
What a goal for Veloce! Freaky, clinical shot, and look at the setup from Flame. eUnited, they let him have the space, and a backflip in the goal. Veloce take the lead.
I want to point out how perfect that pass was. It's so easy in that position to go for as much power as you possibly can. It was a weighted pass. It was a perfect pass. And Veloce, in a matter of moments, have taken the lead.
And in a series that's been gritty for both these teams, it's a beautiful play from Veloce to take the lead.
Roldiz off the backboard. Freaky just tries to control it. It gives Roldiz a chance to move forward, and good positioning from Cassio. Lovely transition now from Veloce. 2 players committed, however. Flames up. I'm going to try and win that ball, but he can't do. Roldiz just that little bit quicker. Cassio now gets a little bounce, and it's that small bounce that slows down eUnited and cuts out their play.
Backflip there from Hoxer, leaves the ball floating in midair. Cassio puts a shot on target, saved away by Ajax.
And eUnited got to get control of the air right now, because they are giving up shot after shot, and then none of them are being contested. eUnited being outpaced by Veloce.
Really turning up the heat here from Veloce, and the pace of play has picked up. They are hungry for this Game 5 victory.
And Veloce desperate for that second goal. eUnited desperate to get back over. Going to be passed infield. Flame just wants a block. Not going to be available for him to take a shot this time around. Now rolled over to Hoxer. Clean challenge win, but it gives them a passing option. Cut out now by Freaky. Roll this to the wall. They're going to try something different now. Middle of the ground is simply not working for eUnited. They're going to try something else, but now again, cut out. Veloce dropping eUnited to their own back half. And they've got to try and escape. They've finally done so. Roldiz, though, needs a recovery, because you're simply giving the ball back.
And every ball in the midfield is contested by Veloce right now. eUnited struggling to break out. There's a player in their face every single time. A big miss here opens up some space. Flame's going to put it off the sidewall. And eUnited going to regain control.
Dropped again to Freaky. eUnited getting desperate for these challenges. That's a huge miss. That's right down the middle. And that could be it.
Huge miss from eUnited here, and Veloce, they'll capitalize on mistakes. Cassio putting it away on an open net. Roldiz can do nothing about it, and Veloce a 2-goal lead.
A classic Veloce game here. They got the lead, and they frustrated eUnited into pressing forward, and they got the mistake they needed. But eUnited with the drop down, and this game's not over yet.
They're going to respond back. eUnited just after the kickoff. Hoxer chases him into the corner, and a great touchdown from the ceiling. The pace of that ball on the bounce makes it tough for defenders to get there in time. And Ajax already there. He knew it was coming, and eUnited respond back.
Huge play for eUnited. A 2-goal lead for Veloce would mean that they would have been able to turtle up entirely. And now Veloce have got to be a little bit worried. Flame going to try and drop down here. Gets blasted away. Ajax going to try and follow, but very heavy first touch. And that pass simply not good enough to reach Hoxer, who would have been unchallenged. They're trying to find these passing plays now. eUnited abandoning the backboard entirely. And now Veloce moving into the offensive side. Roll this for Ajax. Great interception for Veloce. Just got one player forward at the moment, trying to read the play, trying to intercept, and it was working out a lot of the time. But eUnited, they just need to break down that first line once, and they might have their chance.
Time is of the essence for eUnited, and right now, it's against them.
Just over 30 seconds left now for eUnited. Can they break down the midfield of Veloce?
Double commit. Freaky will be down a little bit of boost, but Flame tries to kill time, and him just missing it forces Roldis into a tough spot. 20 seconds on the clock. Roldis to the corner. Hox has got to try and chase. Didn't get to pick up the boost either. He left it for Roldis. That's another midfield interception. Veloce are giving absolutely no ground right now. Ajax has got the control. All three players committed. Over the top. Going to drop down, but it's all down to Flame. He's managed to get it away. Bounces awkwardly, but it will not matter. Veloce move on to the next round.
What a tough series for Veloce. And eUnited will go down here. You can see Veloce celebrating this win and how much it means to them. What a tough series for them. And what a way to punch your ticket to day 3.
The objective for Veloce was a reverse sweep. Corelli, objective complete.
Mission accomplished for Veloce. And what a story. It just gets the plot thickens for Veloce here. The league play stories coming into World Championship, and now the reverse sweep over eUnited. This team, something special is happening.
Veloce were the most unlikely story in all of esports. A team that at the end of last season weren't even on the docket to be a part of anything for this season, and now they have their chance later on today to try and move on to day 3 and make top 6.
I could not be happier for this Veloce team. That's a tough series for any team at any level, and they stick it out. A reverse sweep, too. I mean, you can't make this up for Veloce. Congratulations to them to making it to day 3.
And it was a huge question mark about Veloce as well. We saw them in the promotion tournament last season. They couldn't, after a 7-0 season, they dropped down almost with a whimper out of the promotion tournament. There was a huge question about could they do it when the bright lights were on and when the pressure was on, and for them, they've managed to come through with flying colors.
And on the other side for eUnited, their story ends here, but it's a great story for them. A team that everyone thought wasn't going to do so well in league play. They make it to the World Championship, and they've shown their stuff.
There's an awful lot to break down here, so we're going to hand this over to Leaf and the lads on the desk.